Another ransomware attack, this time putting the health information from patients at MetroHealth and Discount Drug Mart at risk. And those are not the only pharmacies. Sarah Shookman reports on how companies and the Department of Justice are fighting back on these increasing attacks.
CaptureRX first learned of a breach in its 340B drug pricing software in February. But patients at MetroHealth Medical Center may be just finding out now their data was involved. And it goes further. Discount Drug Mart, Giant Eagle, and Rite Aid pharmacy patients are involved too. CaptureRX says names, dates of birth, and prescription information was all stolen.
Everything like that, which is just all the data you need to do identity theft.
Healthcare's juicy details can be a target. Trusted Sec sees ransomware attacks locally every week, and the pandemic has made things worse.
With the increase in remote work over the last year, that has absolutely contributed to the number of attacks that are happening and the ease at which some of these attacks occur.
Home networks often aren't as secure, and we're not as suspicious of phishing emails as we need to be. The federal government is now stepping up. This week, the Justice Department announced it was able to trace and return part of the ransom Colonial Pipeline paid in May, the attack which disrupted gas supply to the East Coast. The DOJ's newly formed Ransomware and Digital Extortion Task Force is working with the U.S. Attorney's Office here in Cleveland.
It taps into a lot of very experienced personnel who are very well equipped to respond to the threats and try to identify places where we, as a country, as a government, can tighten up defenses.
At home or in our companies, we need to be more vigilant too. If not,
this is just going to be a continuous stream of income for the attackers.
Now, interestingly, Trusted Sec's team told me that Friday afternoons are their busiest. Companies will get hit with an attack, and they think they could be back up by Monday. But instead, it will likely take weeks or months to fully recover, an expensive process that often starts with a simple mistake, just like clicking a bad link. And Laura, if your data is involved in the CaptureRX breach, you've likely already heard from them, but we have more action steps at WKYC.com.
All right, great information there. Sarah, thank you.